Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to the Health and Wellness Hour right here on the People Station with your favorite gerontologist, Dr. Macy Smith. We are still celebrating Women's History Month here at MUSC Health Orangeburg. Today we're chatting with Tara Walters. She is the PACS manager. Welcome to the show today, Tara.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us, what does PACS mean? Because that is an acronym, P-A-C-S.
Absolutely. It stands for Patient Access Center Services. And we are, I always say in my interviews, we've been interviewing a lot lately. I will say, hey, I'm the Patient Access Center Manager, and you'll hear it referred to as PACS Center for short, because that is such a mouthful.
It is. I tried to say it, it didn't work out well.
Right.
So what is it, and why is it necessary for MUSC Health Orangeburg?
Absolutely. So this is... You know what, I'm very excited about the PACS Center for Orangeburg, because MUSC has stood up PACS Centers for its other locations. And this is something new that we have started up for Orangeburg. We've brought in a few locations already, looking to bring in the other clinical locations in the next couple months. But it's really going to help the clinics out. It's going to
clinics across the Tri-County area?
It is, yes. That MUSC is over.
Okay.
And it's going to allow them to have more one-on-one time with their patients, instead of having to split their time between that phone call that's coming in and that one-on-one personal experience. So
it's going to help the staff in the doctor's office, because
Absolutely.
The PACS Center is it going to be similar to a call center?
Yes and no. When I think call center, a lot of times, you've called somewhere and it's like, okay, you speak to somebody that maybe is in a different state, a different country, and normally is outsourced, right? It's a third party situation there. With us, we are more, it's all internal. It's someone that I've hired that is an MUSC employee, and that really is dedicated to MUSC and upholding the brand.
Okay.
So yeah, that part to me is very exciting.
That's important to know. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we want to learn more about the PACS Center. I like the fact that it's not a third party, because when you think about call center or any type of access center, you think third party, stranger, they don't know me, I'm not going to get what I want. So
Absolutely.
We'll talk more about that when we come back. It's the People Station. Welcome back to the Health and Wellness Hour. We're still chatting with Tara Walters with MUSC Health Orangeburg. She is the PACS manager, and we know now that means Patient Access Center Services. So tell us, what will happen when folks in the Tri-County area call their doctor's office? Will they get their doctor's office, or who will they be talking to?
Absolutely. So this is newer. So right now, they will potentially still get their doctor's office for a little bit longer time. A few locations that we have rolled in are women's health and pediatrics.
Okay. And how has that been going?
It's been going very well. So we are still at a limited staff. We are getting people in, getting them trained up as quickly as possible.
So you're hiring?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hiring. We were hiring. We are at the point now that we hopefully will be able to offer the last position by the end of the week.
Okay.
So we're very excited. It still takes a little time, right, to get them in, get them acclimated with what they're needing to do, the differences from each clinic. So we do try to have them go and shadow that clinic, just to understand how they do things, because we're here to help them, right?
Okay.
We're here to take care of the clinic, take care of those patients, the best of our ability. So with that, though, they will call in. We will have a grouping. So I've set up, so say for primary cares, for instance, we will have a few different people answering for primary cares, around 3 to 4 individuals answering for the grouping of primary cares.
Okay.
So right now, for instance, you're a patient, you call in, you get somebody from that clinic specifically. Eventually, you will get to the point where you know those individuals that you're calling into from the PACS Center, because you're getting those same individuals time and time again.
Okay.
So you'll have that same familiarity, but it will just take a little bit of time to get used to, not, talking to that representative that's, at that clinic when you walk in, but just someone over the phone.
So eventually there'll be some familiarity.
Absolutely.
So now, what will be the difference good, better, and different from someone at the PAC center or someone in the doctor's office when someone calls? Because when I call my doctor's office, most times I get the recording. You know, press 1 for this, press 2 for this. I don't ever talk to anybody. Right. I have to leave a message at one of those numbers. So will the PAC center help alleviate some of or all of that?
Absolutely. So we will hope to alleviate most of that, if not all. When you call, you will still have a recording just to kind of set it up to get to where you need to be. So it will, for instance, welcome to Women's Health. Press 1 for a schedule, press 2 to speak with someone about your billing. You would get to the billing department if you selected that, but anything for scheduling, you would reach us. At that point, one of our individuals or one of our care team members would pick up the phone and you would speak with a person over the phone.
Okay. Well, it definitely sounds promising to me. So we're going to take a break. Okay. When we come back, we're going to find out when this thing is going to be fully online. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Health and Wellness Hour, sponsored by MUSC Health Orangeburg. We're still here chatting with Ms. Tara Walters. She's the PAC Center. I said PAC Center. The PACS manager, the new Patient Access Center services that's coming to MUSC Health Orangeburg. Now, from my understanding, they're in a couple of offices now, taking the calls when people call in. Do people have to register for, when I say register, do different clinics have to agree to be a part of the PAC system, or they're required to be a part of the PAC system if they're an MUSC Health Orangeburg practice? So
we do have a list of clinics that are required to come into the PAC center, and when I say come in, what happens is their phone numbers will begin to roll into the PAC center once we are fully staffed.
So it won't be a different telephone number. Patients won't have to call a different number. They'll still call their doctor's office, and when it's time for them to be a part of the PAC system, they'll roll into one of your representatives.
Absolutely. Yes.
Is there a time frame where people can expect all of the practices to be under the system?
My goal is in the next couple months, of course.
That's pretty ambitious.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's a real need, right? Because right now the clinics are having to juggle their time between answering those phones and being able to give that wonderful patient experience to that patient that's in front of them. So I'm trying to get everyone in and trained up and on the phones as quickly as possible, so that way we can roll everyone in.
Well, that sounds, again, very promising. It definitely is a need. As we close out this interview, can you speak to the top 3 to 5 benefits of this PAC system rolling out?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I hate to keep mentioning it, but that one-on-one experience to me is going to be the top.
Patient experience.
Right, absolutely. If I'm at the office, I expect to be number one. I don't expect for you to be, dividing your time between whoever's on the phone and then myself in front of you. So that to me is going to be the biggest one. And then for the patient, just their time, right? So if they're trying to make an appointment, if they're traveling somewhere and they're needing to make an appointment between, the little bit of time that they have in their car or, as when they're at home, they can get us at a hopefully quicker speed, right? And as we have more coming on board for the PAC Center, of course, that is going to increase as far as their efficiency to be able to answer those phones and to take care of those patients.
Right.
Yep.
And it's more than just appointments. So your representatives will be able to address prescription refills. What about when they have questions for the nurse?
Yes, so we can take care of those as well. So a lot of times, depending on the severity of it, right? Okay. So if it's a situation that maybe the clinic is aware of, that we need to move that call over, then we can do so. If not, that is something that we can send a message over to the nurse. That way they will get that, take care of whatever is needed, such as a prescription refill, or give that patient a call back if need be.
Sounds good. Sounds like some of this stuff can take place in real time as well.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the work that you do at MUSC Health Orangeburg.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all for tuning in to the Health and Wellness Hour right here on the People Station, sponsored by MUSC Health Orangeburg. We'll see you next time. It's the People Station.